I made like a breakfast shake 30 minutes ago. It's my first time using a blender in four plus years, if I had to guess. So I said, what do I put in a protein shake in the morning that both me and my daughter could enjoy? She's 4 she's almost 4. I put 1 banana, 2 scoops of protein powder, 2 spoonfuls of powdered peanut butter, frozen strawberries, enough like almond milk to cover it, a couple of ice cubes, little agave syrup to sweeten it up for her a little bit. Hit the blender button. How the fuck did it come out to 3 pints of protein shake? 3 pints? 1.5 liters of protein shake in the morning, and it's got the I mean, it's not bad by like adult standards, but she did not like it. But like, it has the consistency of like paper mache glue. It takes, like, you've seen me drain a glass of water 3-4 seconds. Glass of protein powder juice is taking a while, man. It's taking a while. So I think tomorrow I'm going to do the same thing, but like half the size, and I'm going to blend it, and then I'm going to give it to my kid, and then I'm going to put the protein powder in the blender and blend it again and take it for myself. But I don't know, maybe it's good. Maybe like, because I drank a pint, and then I have another pint glass full right now, and maybe I'll drink the last pint that's in the fridge over the course of the stream today. Morning NL, balsamic vinegar sun or Worcester daughter. I gotta say balsamic vinegar sun. I have some Worcester, but I don't, it's kind of like a fake sauce. Like, it doesn't do anything. I don't know what else to tell you. It's like one of those things when you're making like a soup or a stew, you add a dash of it in, and then you go, oh, the Worcester sauce really like brought it all together. But then like, if you did a blind taste test, I don't think you could tell me which one has the Worcester and which one doesn't, man. Perfectly balanced. +2, -2, +2, -2. And I like British condiments. I like HP sauce. Or as they call it in the rest of the world, tonkatsu sauce. I like, I'll be putting the shit out of malt vinegar on my fries, dude. For real. I don't care if it's considered like a nasal assault on the rest of the pub. It's the only way to have fish and chips is a little bit of brown vinegar on the fish and on the chips. And I don't look when I pour the vinegar because I'm the absolute governor. If you're hearing weird sounds coming out of my mouth, I swear I'm just trying to generate enough of like a pressure vacuum to get the protein cement into my body. It's going to take a bit, man. It's going to take a bit. Cut it with liquids. My ass is going to go broke buying almond milk, man. It's crazy. Hang on, I got a message here. Let's see. I'm going to say, let me get back to you. Let me get back to you. I can't. Thank you, chat. That's huge. Apollo said, no worries. Then I said, let me get back to you. And he said, never mind, worries. He loves to yes and. Watch Treasure Planet yet? Be honest with me. You've been posting about Treasure Planet for like 4 days. How old are you? 30? That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Like, I'm not even saying this judgmentally. I'm just posing hypothetical questions, okay? So my dad was 30 when I was like 8. I'm trying to imagine the man that I knew when I was in the 2nd grade being like really passionate about a child's film. Sorry, not a child's film. A film predominantly made to sell tickets to children. 30-year-olds now are different. That's definitely true. Like 30-year-olds back then are like 48-year-olds now. Both in the way that like their visible age, but then also like their maturity level. Can I hit you with something straight up? My mom is 59 years old. God is my witness. I don't think she's ever had a margarita in her entire life. Wine? Sure. She certainly had some wines. I don't think she's probably had like a cocktail or two, but I don't think she's ever had a margarita. My 62-year-old mom just had a margarita for the first time this year. I love that. I mean, a margarita is great. Don't get me wrong. Too spicy? No, there's just like one Mexican restaurant in my hometown until like 7 years ago or something like that. And then it was a long drive away. So they're not having margaritas at dinner, you know, because then they got to drive. There were very few. In the 90s, there were less opportunities to have margaritas in Ontario, man. Nowadays, you can get a Moscow Mule at like fucking Montana's or something like that. But back in 1996, it was like Molson Canadian or the worst fucking glass of white wine you've ever had in your life. Canada was cooked in the 90s. Everybody had a mustache. That's how I remember it. Cheers, brother. I'll drink to that. See, it's not like it's... let me give you a little stir too, okay? Okay, I'll admit when I stir it, it's generating no current, which gives you some idea of the thickness of the quickness, but like it's pretty good. It's just it's too much and it's too thick. It's not old at all. It was made like 40 minutes ago. You ever generate like a pressure vacuum like that when you're drinking through a straw and you feel like you're accidentally gonna like upchuck your Adam's apple or something? Kinda? Yeah, you know what's up. Thin it out? No, because if you thin it out, there's more of it. I know it's easier to drink, but like at some point, I don't want to consume like 3 liters of liquid in the next like hour and a half. I'll settle for 1.5 liters of liquid. Just buy Tech Boy Gruel. It's crazy that I only have a 5% female audience. We literally did one science experiment, and you're like, fuck that, Isaac Newton. Gravity doesn't exist. Just go work at the fucking like coal mine or something like that. What are you talking about? I'm not in the headspace right now where I need solutions to the problem. I just want you to be like, damn, that thing's like a little thick. I know what to do. I'm 35 years old. Next time, I'm going to put less like liquid concrete type ingredients, and I'm going to put a little bit more liquid type ingredients. And then when I blend it, it's going to come out a little bit smoother, okay? You make one cooked protein shake, you don't have to start buying like Huel or whatever like that. Plus, honestly, I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but I was going to say I want about 80% of tech companies that are pretending to be food companies, or are they food companies pretending to be tech companies? I don't know, but I want them to go out of business. I'm not even anti-processed food, but I think I'm anti like food as a lifestyle type thing. Like I'm anti-food subscription service. Like whatever happened to just eating? But maybe that's me being a boomer. Long story short, tomorrow, I don't fear the man who's never failed. I fear the man who's failed 1,000 times, because his protein shake is going to be fucking zooted, man. Still pretty tasty, though. So, you will not catch me doing a Factor or a HelloFresh sponsorship. Once every 3 months, my manager is like, hey, HelloFresh sent over another offer. And I'm like, I literally, A, I don't want to do it, and B, I can't, because it would make me the biggest hypocrite in the world. Those little cucumbers. Get fucking HelloFresh for 2. They send one salmon that looks like James P. Sullivan, one salmon fillet that looks like Mike Wazowski. Come on, man. Factor's pretty good. It serves a purpose. Like the pre-made lunches that you just heat up. I had that for like a year after our daughter was born, and I think it served me relatively well, but we stopped doing it because it was like a little expensive. And then also like, well, it got to the point where like 2 out of the 5 meals were my favorite. And then I was like, maybe I should just order those. But at that point, if I'm eating the same thing for lunch 5 days a week, I could just go to Save On Foods, get a rotisserie chicken, chop it up into quarters, air fry some potatoes, and then have like the meal that I really want to have cheaper. And I mean, the rub is that it takes you like, 20 minutes of prep time, but that's, we tank those from time to time, but I understand why people wouldn't. I'm so close, man. I'm so close. No, NL, don't hold it in. It doesn't do anything. Meal kit's good beginner step for cooking. Iron Wolf Helm, opinion disregarded. I know this is like, it sounds like the same argument as like student loan forgiveness can't happen because I paid my student loans. But I went from like not knowing how to reheat a can of soup to like being able to cook independently for myself in like 2 months when I was 19 years old before HelloFresh existed. So like all you got to do is like you look at I want to eat this. You look at the recipe, you buy the stuff from the grocery store and then you follow the recipe. Like if you can't follow instructions, I get it. It's like a Rage Against the Machine type thing, but you really can also just cook soup by like improvising it. I know that sounds like rife for disaster, but I'm serious. You can't just wing it when you're baking. You're going to end up with like, you're going to mean to cook brioche and you're going to end up with like a Belgian waffle or something like that. Like there's magic that happens in the exact process of the baking. With soup, you could literally be like, what's my favorite meat? What's my favorite vegetables? Chop them up, put them in the pot, fill it up with broth, add like a teaspoon of every seasoning in your spice cupboard and be like, oh shit. What do I call it? That's Greg's soup. You need a wider straw? I guess I could use my wife's like reusable bubble tea straw. Yeah, we will be doing a Lockheed Martin sponsorship. It's just kind of like it's the paperwork is all mired in red tape right now because I asked them for tax advantage purposes. I don't want to get paid in American dollars because they're worth a lot. I would rather get paid like directly in heat-seeking missiles. But there's like, I didn't know this because I'm a streamer, but there's like permits and shit. You can't just like ship them across the border and say it's like a gift or stationary or something like that. Like you gotta, each one of the missiles needs like its own passport or something like that. So it's taken a little while to get it set up, but we'll be doing it for sure. They might have to pay me in the missiles that shoot the gas that turns the soldiers gay. And I could live with that. I'm sure I could find something to do with that. I could find a way to like turn those around. Launching it on your haters. Dude, hitting my haters with the missile that releases the gas that turns them gay. Oh, you forgot to play Eruption on this turn. You would have had lethal. I'm gay. Oh, man. This is why I hate video games. They're just like the male power fantasy. What happens if they're already gay? This is a stereotype, but it's like, what's the opposite of homophobia? I guess it's like homophilia, but that also sounds like problematic in like the other direction. But like, I don't think any of the people that are backseating and like upset with me are gay. I just think they got more important stuff to do. That's very like straight male coded. Is to be like, I fucking hate this guy. He misplayed in Deadlock. I'm not saying there's no gay haters, but they probably like hate me over like shit that's like way more cutting to the core of my personality than like me playing with my toys wrong. Are you seeing the plus twos? Nobody, it's so hubris posting. Nobody's doing it like this, man. Oh, if I say the wrong thing, people might think I'm not an ally. I'd rather just talk about, hey, did you guys watch the fucking new Netflix? No, man, you know I'm an ally. Because I can come I can come borderline right on the edge of what you would consider to be acceptable, and I can bring it back. Because there's no hate in my heart. So I can open it up wide, man. I really only hate people when I'm either driving in the Costco parking lot or walking inside of the Costco. The rest of the time, we're all God's children as far as I'm concerned. Hang on, give me a sec. I'm going to get the last pint here. Cheers, brother. As punishment for my fantasy football league coming in last place, I have to spend 24 hours at my chair. But I get 30 minutes taken off for every protein shake that I drink. Fuck you. People always ask me, NL, are we wearing Bob or Dominion today? Guess what? It's Dominion. Why am I playing Dominion? Well, originally I was like, I'm not sure this would be a great stream game because I've never played it and it's a single, well, it can be a single player deck building board game. But then I said, you know what? I'm live for 30 minutes earlier than I normally am. So I can just take that as like that's me time. So I can stream Dominion. I can't even say it right anymore. I can play Dominion, and if it's boring, whatever, man. I'm early. But then I spent 30 minutes drinking a protein shake at the start of the stream because it's got the consistency of like liquid concrete. So now it's just inertia. What is Dominion? It's the first deck builder, apparently. And they say you always remember your first, but I've never played it. So let's do the tutorial. Let's start. And you know, honestly, you ever see the meme that's like a guy who looks like me, and it's like if the guitarist looks like this, you're gonna die in the pit. This is how I feel about board games that have a digital version. Like if your UI looks like this, you're about to play the best digital board game you've ever played in your entire life. For your next turn, play your coppers and buy a smithy. This is a freaky ass blacksmith, man. I'm so glad that this hairstyle is not in fashion anymore. Like that skull is like this is the original skullet, man. Not to mention he's wearing like the off-the-shoulder BDSM gear. It's like no sleeves, but a bracer. Like what's going on here, man? I'm buying golds. We have received the first gold of the game. Holy cow! What have they done? Added council room and poacher. This isn't sponsored. He chose to play this? How many months subscription? 23 months subscriber, 1.5 year badge. Me when the game doesn't have guns or swords in it. What is this? Are you seeing this? It does have swords. All right. It does have one sword. I'll give you that. I'm not going to count the pike. I'm not going to count that. That's a dirk. Maybe a dagger at best. That is a sword, though. I can't deny that that is a sword of some sort. Council Hroom me. Claim my treasures. 7 gold, you piece of junk. This is the one. Council room. Play my treasures. 8 gold. Buy a province. I end my buys. The game... 64-4? We won 64-4? And people were getting mad at me for the way I was playing the game? 64-4? He got 2 squared, I got 8 squared? You know, we're experimenting. We're learning a little bit. This time, give me a silver. I know we wasted a gold, but... Okay. They've added another festival. Their engine's going crazy, man. I think. Trash a treasure. Gain a treasure. Play your treasures. I'll take a moat. Why not? We got too many actions, but life goes on. What? Well, this one's a learning experience, okay? This one's a learning experience. That's fine, man. You know what? I've learned that festival must be good. Trash the treasure to gain gold. Play your treasures, buy a festival. Now we're talking. Festival smithy, smithy, copper, copper, silver, festival vassal. Oh, here we go. Oh, brother. They bought 3 provinces on the same turn. Festival? That's all I got, dude. Gold. Smithy. Give me that province. They bought an estate. What a disaster. Smithy? We buy a province. I mean, I'll be honest, I think we got our ass beat. I don't think we got our ass beat to the extent that we beat the very easy... Yeah, they beat us 34-21. That's not that bad. Now you know why most people house ban Festival. It does seem like if you have 5 or 6 gold, you just like buy festivals every time it shows up, right? Like it gives you something and replaces itself. But I don't like to be that gamer that like plays a game once and is like, oh, this is imbalanced. Like it's too streamer coded. Like you think they spent 4 years developing the game and like tweaking it based on the data that they got in their design approach. You play it once and you're like, this is busted. Because then you can still play bureaucrat once. Or you could just bureaucrat twice to get, yeah, okay, hang on, undo me. I'll no longer be able to earn achievements. You know, I feel bad for game devs like all the time, sincerely, even though I do make fun of what I would describe like 98% of games as being kind of boring. You know how easy it is to get a negative review on Steam? I was looking at the reviews for Shogun Showdown, okay? Great game. One of the best indie games I've played this year. It's got like 94, 95% positive reviews on Steam. One of the top negative reviews was from somebody with like 9 hours played, and it said, how stupid are the devs to have an achievement for beating a run fast when the whole game is about being patient and making tactical decisions? It runs completely counter to the design philosophy of the game. Really? One achievement you had a distaste for, and after playing the game for 10 hours, you were like, this deserves a thumbs down? Crazy, man. This is psychotic. You don't even get gamer score for it or nothing. Like, I don't understand. What's the point, man? One fucking achievement? It took you one fucking achievement to piss me off? Okay, 2 silvers in the deck. That was good. All right, I'm going to let my brain take a day to simmer on Dominion. I had a great time playing it. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have digested some extra levels of strategy. We could do the dulls a little bit. It'll never see the light of day again. Bro, I would love to play it again. I'm even going to the Discord here. Hello, Clank Gamers. If you love the Clank turns where you play many cards, you would love Dominion. Which, semicolon, because I already used the comma. Free on Steam with online multiplayer. Smiley face. Has anyone played before? I played for the first time today, and it seems like a lot of fun. Also, games are fast, at least versus... and once you've played a few times. Fast like 10 to 15 mins, not fast like 90 mins. Wingspan was also fast. I'm not mad at anybody because I understand how it goes when you're playing a board game for the first time. One of the reasons that Wingspan took forever for us, apart from it having 5 people, which was my bad, is that when you take an action, sometimes it allows everybody else to take an action, and the action literally is like grab a food from the bird feeder, but some people were taking like 3-4 minutes to grab a single dice from the bird feeder, okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If there was like a 20-second turn timer for actions that were like literally pick heads or tails, then that would have sped up the game a lot. But instead, people were like they were bantering, they were looking at chat, and then we're sitting there for like 2 minutes while they've got the action. It's true, but you can't say, I know you're the bad guy if you say it, man. And then you're the bad guy if you say, hey, could you take your turn? People were like, oh, I'm sorry, it's my first time playing it. No, I don't think I'll be playing any more intense board games. If any, board games, I feel like in a way they've moved in the wrong direction. Like the world is ready to embrace a new pantheon of easy to teach board games that are fun from ages 8 to 80. I am Sushi Go posting. I think like I'm not saying that the difficult board games shouldn't exist. It's good that they exist. I'm just like, I'm sick of people showing up to board game night with like some shit that weighs like 38 pounds. How about something that's just like in a box and it's like 2 dice and then like a deck of cards and the cards are like different than a normal 52 deck of cards? Candyland is dog shit. I say that as someone who plays like 2 to 3 games a week because it's my 3-year-old's favorite game. But it's the worst game ever made. There's no point to playing it. You might as well just flip a coin when you start and then say like, you know, whoever calls it wins. Is Candyland or Monopoly worse? Candyland is 100 times worse. I think Monopoly is not good, but I think personally it's overhated. If someone showed up to board game night with Monopoly and they were like, I love this game, I would be like, fine, let's play a game of Monopoly. Let's have a couple beers. You know, whoever, like, we don't have that much control over who's going to win, but we can still enjoy watching it play out. Candyland, like, you literally don't make decisions. Monopoly, at least you have decisions. But in Candyland, it's just like, well, I got red, move to red. I got green, move to green. Scrabble's good, but people don't like to play with me. Ever tell you, I'm sure, librarian, you can check this. I played in a Scrabble tournament in my hometown. I was maybe 8 or 9, and there was like a youth division at the tournament. I joined the tournament because I love Scrabble. But anyway, I got there expecting it to be like a tournament. And then in the youth division, there was only one other kid who signed up, and they were 12. So I beat them 2-0 in the best of 3. And then I just walked around the gymnasium for like 3 or 4 hours. But the thing that kept me there is that I might have misinterpreted it. I was 8 or 9, right? But it said like the prize for the youth division was the Terminator 2 arcade cabinet. Like the one with the guns on the arcade cabinet and the screen and the like robots come flying by and you go. So I was like, dude, I fucking aced this tournament. I'm going to get that arcade machine. I'm sure my parents were like, oh, fuck, where are we going to put an arcade machine in our house? And then like they were like, yeah, you won. Your prize will come like in the mail or something in 4 to 6 weeks. When it arrived, it was not a Terminator 2 arcade machine. It was like a 45-minute children's PSA about like basically like exercise so you don't get diabetes. Like almost to this day in my entire life, I'm not sure I've ever felt more betrayed. Even though I probably read the advertisement wrong. Yeah, on VHS, man. It was like a bunch of cartoon characters like at the Olympics, and they were like, you know, eating cheeseburgers and stuff, and they're like, you can't eat too many cheeseburgers, come out and do the high jump. I was sitting there at like age 8, like, what the fuck? Where's my arcade cabinet, man? I mean, I was like, it doesn't, even as a kid, I was like, it doesn't really make economic sense that like 2 kids who paid $5 each to enter this tournament would somehow win a prize that was worth like $2,500. But so I wouldn't say like I was stunned that I didn't get the arcade cabinet, because like that was sort of like Occam's razor. But anyway, the dolls. It's nice starting early. I feel like you got time for the dulls every day, especially because no fucking games are ever coming out. Oh, I didn't get it uBlock Plus, motherfucker. Is this just a joke when it says this extension may soon no longer be supported because it doesn't follow best practices? Like, is that Google being like, we know you exist, so don't get too comfortable? Yes, Google wants to kill it so that they can serve you more ads. Manifest v3 makes all ad blockers violate the license agreement of Chrome. Motherfucker. Can I import my Chrome bookmarks to Firefox? Because there's a lot of those in there, man. Okay, motherfucker. Firefox. Open source web browser. Yeah. Okay, yeah, sure. Open in Edge to download Firefox. That makes a lot of sense. Download Firefox. Firefox installer. Open. If this shit says I have to restart my computer, I'm going to shit my pants, but that's okay. Firefox N stereo. I know. And then my wife bought a 4070 Ti, but it didn't fit in her case. So I think I'm going to inherit her 4070 Ti. Hang on, I'm importing my bookmarks to Firefox. Hey, Ghost Pepper, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. What do you have right now? I got a 2080 Ti. Also, I don't even want to tell you this. It's only because I have a commitment above all else to keep talking that I'm telling you this. I feel like my PC is already running a little bit better because when I was looking to see like what CPU fan I had last night, I realized there were 2 foam yoga blocks right on top of like where the fan spits out hot air. When I picked up the yoga blocks, the bottom one was like hot as fuck. So that's, you can see them. They're next to Tomo now. Did you fix your mono audio? Yerp. Okay, now I'm on Firefox. uBlock Origin. Feels so weird having like an untouched browser, man. The default autofills. YouTube, Facebook, Reddit, Wikipedia, Twitter. 4 out of 5 ain't bad, I guess. uBlock Origin. You know the difference? I'm starting to realize why people love Firefox and hate Chrome. On Chrome, they said, don't get too comfortable. We're going to disable this shit. On Firefox, it says, this app is recommended by the Mozilla Foundation. Holy shit, dude. Add uBlock Origin. It'll access data for all websites. Yeah, that seems fine. Read and modify privacy settings, access browser tabs, access browser activity during navigation. Sure, man, sure. Oh my God, it imported my bookmarks like immediately and everything. Oh my God, it's so snappy and fast. What the fuck? It's scrolling at like 120 FPS. Librarian, thank you for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Look at this, man. Oh, maybe it won't take like 3 seconds for the Pokemon to pop up. What's your favorite song from Treble Charger's Detox? I mean, it's got to be 100 million. Do you know that there's probably no other streamer on this platform that would know what you're talking about? At best, you'd probably get someone that would say, oh, I don't know, I kind of like American Psycho. They wouldn't even realize American Psycho is off of Brand New Low. Detox has 100 million. Brand New Low has Brand New Low and American Psycho. I own both of them. I did just what you told me. Remember when Treble Charger has the not lead singer sing a song on the album? / Pokedoku. We're so back and we're on Firefox now. Thanks to chat's advice. Look at how snappy they pop up, dude. I thought my computer was decrowded. It turns out that maybe like A, Chrome is decrowded, and then B, 7,000 like JavaScript rich elements trying to load on every single page to get me to buy Iam's dog food when I don't even have a dog is probably like causing an incredible drag on my web browsing experience. Who would have thought, man? Who would have thought? This is crazy. And the yoga blocks that were blocking the exhaust on my computer. Yeah, that's fair. OGLOC Drew. What about OGC LOL Drew Carey at the Fish concert? Am I right? Flying Bug? Dude, Anorith. But like the grown-up version? Whatever. Middle Evolution Fairy? Togetic? Oh, you want it? Then 2 shinies 2 days in a row? Shiny Togetic that's great tech as well, man. Because that's going to be a shiny Togekiss, which is one of the... Am I right, Sir Toasty? Is in Pokemon Go, isn't that a goated Great League Pokemon because it's bulky as fuck? Tell me I'm wrong. Plus it has fairy typing, which can take people off guard, right? It's pretty good. I'll take that. It's pretty good. It's no meta-type red or whatever, but it's a great support Pokemon. Alolan Ice? Raichu Alola? No, I got it backwards. That might be right anyway, but I'm thinking of Alolan Ninetales. That's like the default Alola Pokemon. Okay.
Bug Ice. Bug Fairy?
Bug is tough, man. Bug is tough. This just feels right, but it might be poison. It's a flying bug. I don't know what you want me to say. Can I blow your mind? So my daughter has this book called like Butterflies Are Pretty Weird or something like that. And in it, they have like some wordplay. They're like, I've got some facts about butterflies that will make your 6 legs tingle. And she was like, what is 6 legs? And I was like, let me teach you something. All insects have 6 legs. And she said, what about spiders? And I said, what a great question. Spiders are the most commonly mistyped animal. They're not insects. They're actually called arachnids. Didn't expect her to really pick that up. 2 days later, I read the same book and I said, what kind of animals have 6 legs? She said, insects. I was like, what? I didn't learn that until I was like 21, man. Then I said, what about spiders? And she said, they have 8 legs, but they're not insects. And I said, what? Sorry, I'm muted. With my plosive actually muted the mic. I said, get it twisted. You should give your kid an iPad at 18 months. Just make sure they're not watching like Brian's toy reviews or whatever. Yeah, they're like sponges, man. It's crazy. I started to be very careful what I said around her when she started quoting Bob Dylan lyrics back at me. And I was like, all of a sudden, I gotta be a little bit more concerned about her media diet. Am I crazy to think that Raichu Alola might be flying? Like they're on a surfboard. That doesn't really make sense. Bug flying. Bugaman. Bugaman? Iron Jugulus? Flying? Flygon. I mean, that looks like a flying bug, bro. Are you kidding me? Are you insane? Flygon is not... Oh, it's a dragon. I guess it's Flygon, not Flygon. Since we used to bubble like a tub full of Calgon. Okay, Butterfree, Scythe. I could have gotten Scyther. Or Yon Mega. Pinsir Mega. I could have probably gotten Ladybug as well. By the way, I don't know if the person who said this in chat is still here, but like a week ago, I said, lay, lady, lay, and someone typed... lay upon my big ass bed. And I've been thinking about it at least once a day. Because it's fucking hilarious. Because it does kind of sound like he says, lay upon my big ass bed. But it's like if Bob Dylan was covering Tenacious D. Lay upon my big ass bed. Self-portrait is ass, right? Or do you fuck with that one? I don't really fuck with that one. I fuck with like, what's it called? New Beginnings. I know it's Lebowski pilled, but The Man in Me is like a pretty good song. I mean, nothing's holding up a candle to Highway 61, Blood on the Tracks, Blonde on Blonde, Desire, etc., etc. But what about the Christian Run? Yeah, I don't really fuck with that one. What does Lebowski pilled mean? The Man in Me is the first song that you hear, I think, in The Big Lebowski when he's driving his car. La 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 la. You know that one? It's the bowling montage. Perfect, perfect. Kenny Loggins pilled? Okay, listen. You're thinking of Kenny Rogers who sings, I just walked in to see what condition my condition was in. I can tell you this is going to be Kino. I thought it was McLovin at first. Apocalypse, a screening of Apocalypse Now. Maybe this is Megalopolis. You can't convince me that Megalopolis is not going to be kino. Now that doesn't, kino and ass can coexist. A movie can be complete dog shit but still kino. Every trailer I've seen for Megalopolis, I'm like, I want to see it. You couldn't tell me anything that would make me not want to see it. I don't care. If you said it's 5 hours long, I'd be like, sick. I'll pack a lunch. It looks like a singular vision from a madman. It looks assy interesting. That's what I'm talking about, man. What lunch you bringing for the 5-hour movie? Rotisserie chicken, air-fried potatoes for sure. Coppola's using Scorsese's language. I'm Skibbity Francis. Oh, man. Pearl. Mia Goth movies. Paleontologist. Things in Spelunky. Eggplant. Wait, no. Hang on, I know I keep going through it. Lavender, amethyst, eggplant, grimace. These are things that are fucking purple, dude. And it's purple. It's so meta, even this acronym. A nugget, a kernel, a tidbit, and a pearl. Things of wisdom. A small piece of wisdom. There's like, these are things in Jurassic Park. Am I crazy? Oh, man. Bundle of fortune, a mint, what is a modicum of money. It's the easiest connections I've ever seen in my life. How about the double red herring? I guess it was just a herring, but like dinosaur and paleontologist being in the same category. When normally you would look at that and be like, that must be the red herring. Because even though they're related, it's hard to like draw a box around them. The box you draw around them is Jurassic Park. I thought that was mentatable. I just think I was on a different level of mentat today. I out-mentated the mentat. They were like, Lisan Al Gaib, what's her favorite food? I say, who? Whose favorite food? Chani or Lady Jessica? They say Chani. I say, it doesn't matter. Sushi. Works every time, man. Works every time. Dunkin' Idaho? I don't know. I'm going to guess steak. Steak or pizza? Space pizza, maybe? But if we're talking Chani or we're talking Lady Jessica, when they're picking the restaurant, I know where we're going, okay? Fish Planet. Baron Harkonnen? Goo? Shisha? What's he smoking in that shit? Country potato bread. 2 32-ounce. This is like going to be insanely cheap. This might be like $2.99. I am stunned. Is this like a gluten-free Andrew or something? I'm stunned? I'm losing my mind? This is crazy. Dude, Costco is not a place you go, especially in the US. Costco is not a place you go to spend $4 per loaf for some like pre-frozen sliced fucking bread. $4 a loaf? It's potato bread? I don't care, man. I don't care. They got to lower that price. Ora Wheat is trying to butt fuck the customer. The bread is ass quality too. I hate to say it because I love Costco, but it's at Costco. Of course, it's low quality. A lot of the stuff at Costco is high quality. The bread section, if you're looking for good bread, you don't go there. If you got 2 kids, you're making 14 sandwiches a week, that's where you buy your bread. Because they're 5. They don't care. It's peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. But like if you're childless adults, you should not be buying your bread at Costco unless it's under duress. And I understand, like you're already at the store, you might as well to begin with, but it depends how much you appreciate bread. If you're a bread appreciator, then you should like maybe swing by a bakery or something like that. If you're just like, it's just matter, then sure. Costco bakery's good. The stuff they bake themselves, I don't know if I'd say it's good, but it serves a purpose. But the pre-made stuff in the factory in Idaho that is then shipped across the entire continent, it's just a sponge. Anyway. Sorry, I'm over it. Weren't you praising the croissants? Yeah, but the croissants aren't shipped in. They bake that shit in a fucking industrial oven in the back of the store. Or like a robot does it or something. Scientists haven't figured out what the nutrients are yet. Anything that if Costco did not make it in the store and you want good bread, don't buy it. What about their bagels? It's kind of a sick way to get like 340 calories pretty easily in the morning, if that's in your purview. I wouldn't necessarily say they're good bagels, but I will say something. I was alternating between like Dempster's bagels and Costco bagels because it's annoying as fuck to go to the Costco that's closest to me. The Dempster's bagels, you could leave them on the counter for 6 months and there would be no visible mold. The Costco bagels, if you didn't put that shit in the fridge after like 3 or 4 days, they were sprouting. You might say that that's a bad thing. I look at it the other way. I'm like, that shit is real. There's real ingredients in that. And I don't know, like at Dempster's, they're like laminating it before they ship it out. So you can insult Kirkland's signature if you want. I'm just saying, there's real wheat and like salt in there. Now, part of the reason they mold so fast is probably because they're 400 calories each almost. But like, that's why I want to eat them too. So who am I to insult the mold? That would make me a hypocrite. There is no plan B. This made $63 million at the box office up to this point. And Bradley Cooper, a man who loves when a plan... Oh, it's the A-Team! No, I'm not stupid. I'm based for forgetting that this movie existed. It's actually crazy. I watched 2 of these movies on my flight to South Korea to teach English. One of them was the A-Team. One of them was Toy Story 3. I also watched like a third of Prince of Persia and said, nah, fuck that, man. That's not happening. Based. Also remember, my first flight was Toronto to Chicago. Lady started like hyperventilating as soon as we taxied away from the gate. And she was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. And then the flight attendant came and like sat down next to her and tried to calm her down. And we were like stalled for a little bit. And then she was like, I think I'm good. And then they started taxiing again. And she was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Take me back. I want to get off. And then we'd spend like 20 minutes taxiing out to like the departing runway. And then we had to taxi back 20 minutes to drop her off at the gate. It's a 45-minute flight. Sorry. I still made my connection, but that... Don't they have like an emergency supply of Xanax on the plane or something in case they got to sedate somebody? Like I thought that was like the perfect opportunity to pop the blister packaging on that one. You know what's fucked up too? She's probably a nice lady, but in my head, I was like, this plane better not crash because she's going to be like riding that high for the rest of her life. She's going to be like, remember that plane crash where all those people died? Yeah, I knew it was going to happen. I was like, but that shit's not happening on my watch. You pilots better lock the fuck in. No, I'm not trying to punch down on her for like suffering a mental crisis in that moment. But like, we got to make her regret getting off the airplane and inconveniencing all of us, okay? Because if this plane fucking crashes, she's going to be so annoying for like the next 50 years. Anyway, we landed safely. Yay! Unfortunately, it was at O'Hare. No! But it was okay, because I don't know, you land in Terminal A, your next flight's in like Terminal Zeta or whatever. 6 trains and an Uber later, you're there. Hey, NL, your wife is losing it on Dan because he has no clue how to fix his PC? That doesn't surprise me. She's had the same sentiment towards me on many occasions. He also had a prayer app. I love that for him. Assuming it failed. He suggested cleaning the GPU with a baby wipe. That's bad, right? That's going to short out the John. It's the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, man. Yep. It's crazy that this is what Princess Zelda looks like with no makeup on. I'm loving the natural look. Ladies, take a hint from Princess Zelda. Just very restrained makeup job. Oh, man. It does look like Link is riding himself. I guess he is, man. Can you please go yell at Dan because of my misery? How's he trolling you? How's he trolling you, Kate?
A quick tech question for you, chat. So I've noticed that my computer, possibly around October, my computer has been resetting by its lonesome lately. When is it resetting? Kind of at random times, but after it's been on for like most of the day. It like usually resets at like 4 a.m. or something. Resetting means like I'll leave streaming today. All the windows are all set up perfectly, and then I'll come back and it's like someone rebooted the computer. It's not Windows sleep. I checked the Windows admin logs and it says there's like a critical error. How long since I cleaned my PC? What do you mean clean your PC? It cleans itself. What do you mean clean your PC? Nothing's dirty about it. What would be dirty? You're talking about clean the outside of the box? That has no bearing on it. If the inside of the box is always closed, how could there be dirt in there? Do you wash your towels? My towels don't exist in a vacuum. Ooh. Air blasted every 3 months? Are you kidding me? Twice a year? You're cleaning your computer? Why? So step one, open it, when I take the GPU out, should I take like a baby wipe and then wipe the connectors, like the things that looks like it's an NES cartridge? No. See, to me that would be cleaning it. So you don't clean so why am I taking the thing out to reseat it? Imagine it's a Nintendo cartridge. That's what the Nintendo cartridge, what I do is I unplug the Nintendo cartridge. I get a Q-tip. I put propylic isotol on the Q-tip, and then I rub it against the connectors. And then I will take a pink pencil eraser and erase the connectors of the NES cartridge to get the dirt off. 100%. I'll do it right here. It's not BM. It's not bait. I swear, I promise you, it's not bait. He's right. I did that too. See, Ben of the plug. Thank you. It's not, I promise you, it's not bait. If I didn't have to find the special NES screwdriver, I would do it live on the show. I've never put toothpaste on a CD though. All right, so order of operations. Reseat the GPU, then Not a bit. I promise you, it's not a bit. That's not a bit. I don't want to do anything. I promise you that's not a bit. I ran out of space. That's what the noise was. But it would be a heck of a bit.
Lovely Momo. Tipped $3. Hope you guys enjoyed his last stream of the months. Dan will now install power supply for no reason and going to clean the PC with a baby wipes and think it's all good _R_I_P.
Okay, what do you mean? The power supply is gonna wreck stuff? How would installing a new power supply wreck stuff? You guys told me not to do the baby wipes. Fair. I won't do the baby wipes. Replace the fan. I thought the fans are. It's not a bit. It's not a bit. I thought the fans only have to turn on when they're needed. So like, I think 2 of the fans on the bottom are not on. I thought they only turn on when needed, not automatically. Like if everyone here were to open up their event error log, like should you not have any errors? So this is I don't even think this is the critical stuff, but this is I just posted this in the Discord. So you're saying like this shouldn't be happening? Today is September 11th, like this stuff should not be happening? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? You don't have any errors at all? It says fatal Hardware error occurred. Reported by processor core. So cancel the power supply? Why would this just happen to a computer? There's no moving parts on the CPU. Why would that break? What gen is your CPU? I don't know. You guys know more than me. Exclamation point computer. How am I supposed to know what kind of CPU I have? Might be due to long-term overheated CPU and your cores may have died. Is there a program that scans the cores for us to like show a picture of it? All right. I have an AMD Ryzen 5950X 16 core. 16 cores, if one drops, who cares? You still got 15. That overclocked? Not unless it came overclocked. Do I have the Ryzen dashboard thing installed? No, I got rid of that. It's just bloatware. When was your last BIOS update? It's like updating MS-DOS. I don't do that. Why is he ignoring people who can help? I'm not. I'm trying to read everything. Just do the GPU. Update BIOS, clean out dust. Isn't update BIOS, can't you brick your computer doing that? Don't you have to do it with the USB drive? No GPU or RAM is causing critical issues like that.
I was told people were saying that he was trying to clean his GPU with a baby wipe. Dan said he has a critical issue in his PC. I'm not even going to insult his PC because I get so tilted when people insult my PC. So I'm just listening intently and holding in my BM. He thinks it's the power supply. Okay. I told him to jump in the Discord so I can help. Oh, that's where he took issue. I could tell you that's where everything started to go wrong. That's where we deviated from the golden path. Because I think in Dan's mind, you don't tell him to hop in the Discord. He tells you to hop in the Discord, at least when he's live. If he's not live, he might have taken it as neutral, but if he's live, he might have taken it as a shot to the bow. Not to mention, he's not allowed to say anything BM for the whole month, so he's probably got a lot of like built up resentment there. I'm not taking his side. You know, it would be good to fix your tech issues. But I would also say I can understand why he doesn't want to fix it on stream. Because then chat is just like, half of chat is asleep and then the rest of chat is like, have you tried fucking doing some shit you don't want to do? It's probably the way to solve the problem, but you'd rather do that like in the privacy of, you know, just being by yourself. But he is fixing it on stream? All right. His CPU is overheating. Now we're doing tech support for Dan's stream on my stream. Like, it's just... This is why I resist the tech support Andys who are like, you have to fix this issue right now. There's some things you got to fix right now, but it's like, you know, you're trying to troubleshoot like Good Morning America by telling them like the focal length of the lens is wrong. And you're like, buddy, we're rolling live right now, okay? Like, we can solve that stuff like later. Right now, Michael Strahan's going to tell us the weather, okay? He's using an AMD CPU. I'm getting on with my stream. I hope that he works it out. I got my own stuff to do. I hope that he comes to a collaborative solution to fix it, because tech support issues are very frustrating. It's frustrating for the viewer. It's frustrating for the user as well. But I have a very limited amount of stream time every week. I'm certainly not going to dedicate it to crowdsourcing a fix for Dan's issue. He's a grown man. He can do it himself. I think he would be insulted that I'm taking some of my time out of my stream to talk about the issue with his PC. Like, if I was watching other streams and then I saw someone type in chat like, hey, did you know NL's been on mono for like 3 years? I would be like, you need to go outside, man. You really, are you okay, honey? You're talking about another streamer in another streamer's chat? Are you okay, sweetie? You brought up YouTube drama in the workplace again. Your boss doesn't know who Nicocado Avocado is, okay? He's trying to hit those KPIs. He's trying to motivate you to hit the KPIs. NL Mono discourse was huge in Chibley's chat. That's so annoying for Chibley. So I'm sure Chibley had to be like, I know, it's crazy. And then like every 15 minutes, another person would type, hey, can you believe NL was in mono? And he'd have to be like, just fill in the chat with stuff that he can't respond to again. I don't belong anywhere. You belong, Kate. You belong here. Why were you watching Dan's stream when I was live anyway? That's like, it's Twitch cheating. I'm not always in your stream after 2 p.m. I'm usually recording Slay the Spire, but you won't catch me in, well, occasionally you catch me like in Justin's stream or something like that, but all right, maybe it's actually okay. You can vote with your eyeballs, that's okay. You watch Chiblee all the time? No, I don't. I watch Chiblee for like 4 minutes whenever he's live and I have a break in between recording videos. And the reason you'll know that I don't watch all the time is because people will be like, what did you think of Chiblee's stream yesterday? And I'm like, oh, you mean like 4 minutes of just chatting where he played like a Magdalena Bay song? And then they're like, no, the one where he played Bus Simulator and accidentally crashed into like the German Parliament building. And I'm like, I didn't see that. Pomegranate burger. Potatoes, pab buns, the belly, masala, tamarind chutney, garlic chutney, sev, pomegranate seeds, roasted peanuts. I'm just not sure the pomegranates really work, but okay, that looks like it's covered in worms, I'm sorry to say. Otherwise, it looks pretty tasty, but I'm not sure about the one that looks like it's covered in worms, but it's got, there's too many chutneys on this for this to not be India. The belly. That's where it goes too, the belly. Glutinous rice flour, grated coconut sugar, coconut milk, butter, eggs, and pandan juice. This sounds like the Philippines to a guy like me. Sounds like Indonesia to a guy like me. FoodGuessr, Andrew, are you here? How much is the Indonesian government paying you? Because Indonesia is in every FoodGuessr. Of the 5 days that I play the dolls, it's in at least 3 to 4 of them on average. And I know that Indonesia engages in culinary tourism. I'm not mad at you by any stretch of the imagination. I just want to know how much they're paying you. They got a lot of food. Yeah, unlike the rest of the world, where they just eat the same thing every day. Only Indonesia has a variety of cuisine. Only in Indonesia do they have fried dough. I'm just asking honest questions. Come on, man. Let me guess, Indonesia? This looks British. It's the only place I could imagine they have Craig's butter. What the heck? It's like a wrap made out of Wonder Bread? Bread, cheese, butter, garlic. Flatten a slice of bread with a rolling pin. Then spread a layer of butter on it. Place a strip of your preferred cheese at one end and roll the bread tightly around the cheese. Bake until golden and crispy. I mean, I'm sure it's tasty. Is this the United Kingdom? Ice cold? It's north of the United Kingdom? It's north of the United Kingdom? Iceland? It's north of Iceland? The Arctica, Greenland? It's north of Greenland? It's south of everything, man. Australia? I guess Australia is kind of New Zealand cheese roll. I mean, I guess it's, in a way, it's north of Iceland on a globe, which is what we live on. But, like, it kind of pisses you off. You don't think of it as being north of Iceland. No, it's not. Well, if you were starting in Reykjavik, it's probably faster to go north, right? And then it would become south in like an hour. But from the perspective of Iceland, it would be north. That's only for east and west. I think you'll find that it's not. Are you okay? If you go north over the North Pole, you're going to shoot down south eventually. You're not going to pop out of the Antarctic Circle. That's not what I'm suggesting, is that you're going to warp through the bottom of the map, because that would still be going north. I'm talking about you're going to pop out of the Arctic Circle, like on the same latitude as like New Zealand, and then you're just going to keep going straight. Let me look this up. Is there a direct flight from Reykjavik to Wellington? I don't think so. I gotta see the flight path for Wellington, okay? Wellington to Reykjavik. Is there, Chiblee, can you look this up? I bet it's got like 9 connections or something. Let me see this, okay? UK to New Zealand, shortest distance is over the Arctic. Fallen Flame tells no lies in chat. Whether it's rude to me or nice to me, they always tell the truth. As a result, I choose to believe them here. That's like Origin Angel telling me that I'm right. It only happens when I'm like indefensibly right. Rush Hour 3. I want to see Lise played Kirsten Dunst. Mona Lisa smiled, got made $100 million at the box office. We used to be a proper country, man. Fucking R-rated female-centered dramas used to clear $100 million at the box. That shit's got like a 63 on Rotten Tomatoes. That's crazy. People used to go out to the theater, man. 100 million isn't that much worldwide. Bro, nobody in fucking China in 2001 was like, let's go out and watch Mona Lisa smile, okay? X-Men, sure. Mona Lisa smiled? I mean, like, that's a pretty big gross for a low-key drama like this back in 2000, 2001, bro. I'm going to find out that fucking Mona Lisa Smile is like the most popular movie in Laotian history or something like that. Here come the twit longers. Laos fucks with Mona Lisa Smile, bro. We actually, I went to school in Laos. I went to school in Vientiane. We watched that every year in school. 10 legs, bioluminescent, 2 centimeters long. What's that bottom of the food chain crustacean? Crayfish. The animal with the biggest share of Earth's biomass is what weensy crustacean? Really? That's cool. I have no idea, though. Hermit crabs? Blue whales, almost... Plankton is 2 centimeters long? I thought plankton was like a nanometer long. That's a krill! Krill is the biggest share of biomass on Earth? That's crazy, man. After a decades-long rivalry began when Jean-Jacques Rousseau wrote, "I do not like you, sir," to what philosopher? Milton. After he spent a year in the Bastille for accusing a duke of incest, what snarky writer adapted Oedipus for his first play? Voltaire. I knew, if we keep Voltaire posting, we're going to get it right one of these days. Theravada is one of the main branches of what religion? Hinduism. It's particular Buddhism. Buddhism. It's Buddhism. Thanks for playing. I did write Hindu-ish. Oh, man. That's okay. Krill blind spot hurts, but Juxtastat, it's every day, bro. Now that we're on FireFox, absolutely. But it's not up yet. We got to do Disorderly first. Sort these videos by the year they won the MTV VMA Award for Video of the Year, starting with the most recent winner. Okay, Real Slim Shady is like 99. Firework is like 08. Single Ladies might, that's going to be a close one. Boulevard of Broken Dreams has got to be like 06. Work It by Missy Elliott is in between them. And then here's where things get tricky. I think it's this. They're calling him the greatest musician of all time. The Music Understander has logged on 2000, 03, 05, 09, 11, 2014. He might be him. Higher percentage of new units. I'm going to say Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Higher percentage of adults with a vision disability. I don't know what corroborating data point I would be using to try to make a connection with this here. I guess I'm going to say Houston. Higher snowfall. I'm going to say Vermont. They do a lot of skiing there. Higher population, Sri Lanka. Higher percentage of people who are black, Nevada or Pennsylvania? Pennsylvania? He's 5 for 5, man. The man is, he can't be stopped. Vermont was in the Second Circuit. I know you're saying that was New York. I saw Vermont. That's why I picked it. New York loves being like, we get a lot of snow. Yeah, I know. I've seen every Christmas movie that's ever been made in your city. But like, you're close to Toronto. Torontonians are like, oh, we had so much fucking snow yesterday. Yeah, okay. Real Ontarians, pff, I gotta shovel my way out of my fucking sidewalk just to get to my fucking Tacoma, bud. You fucking hoser. You live in the fucking Golden Horseshoe, you goof. Try living up in Thunder Bay. Try living up in Wawa or Petawawa. Upstate New York gets dumped on? Yeah, upstate, if I want to go to the beach, I'll drive across the fucking Peace Bridge and go to Buffalo, bud. Load up the fucking caddy. It's a 14-hour drive south from Sudbury. What about the lake effect? We got, the land of lakes fucking butter, Minnesota. Why don't you look up which country on earth has the most fucking lakes in it? You fucking hoser. Are Canadians this annoying? Yeah, when Americans try to complain. Which they do all the time, which is crazy. Because like in their head, they're also like, we live in the best country on earth and it fucking sucks here. Like how can you hold these two countervailing beliefs simultaneously? That's a great white shark. They got to work on their elements posting. What? The last text letterbox was individually modeled in the element list? Who designed this, man? Who wrote Fishdle? That's crazy. The late, great white shark. He wants to have you. Actually, they often don't want to have you for dinner. They don't want to have you for dinner. That's a misconception peddled by the auteur Steven Spielberg. They mostly just want to eat chum, I think, and tiny fish. Bandle's tough today? Let's see. 1983, 183 million, very hard. That's not giving us a whole lot. Oh! Oh! Yeah. Yeah. Wait, hang on. The dark, I try to read his mind, but I'm frightened of the things I might find. Oh, there must be something he's thinking of to tear him away. When I tell him that I'm falling in love, what does he say? It's definitely not Voices Carry. Yeah, I would be surprised if that was even in the list, but it's got a little bit of... Ooh, wait, hang on. I know this. Yeah, I know this. I know it's so cold. Yeah. Give me all your lovin'. ZZ Top. Ooh. I knew I just needed the... Yeah. That's not that hard if you grew up listening to rock radio for like 4 hours a day as a kid. Ooh. Every single one of your hugs and kisses too. That's the defining moment right there. American rock really wasn't that great, huh? You disingenuous motherfuckers make me look like such an Americophile when you just tell lies. It's the greatest rock nation in the world. They probably lapped the second best country by like 4 fucking X. I'm not even American. I fucking hate ZZ Top, for the record. England, they got like 18 good rock bands. That's really good. Don't get me wrong, but the US has like 200 good rock bands, man. It's hard to compete. It's like the Olympics, man. They just got a lot of money and a huge population. I'm sorry. It's the way of the world, man. Per capita? I don't fucking know per capita. Maybe there's like an act in San Marino that fucking shreds, okay? It's not really, per capita is like the last bastion of the disingenuous. We're talking about shit you can actually like measure. I don't give a shit if there's like one great guitarist in Liechtenstein. I'm talking about like shit that'll actually affect me in real life. What's your beef with ZZ Top? Every song sounds the same, basically. It's like 58-year-old accountant just bought a Harley Davidson music. What's wrong with that? I mean, like one song is okay, but if someone said like, do you want to put on a ZZ Top album? I would be like, what's wrong with you, man? That's literally all American rock. This motherfucker's never heard of Vampire Weekend. Anyway, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be back and play something else. Dude, I got to go to a thing tonight. Can I ask you an honest question? What the hell is business casual? Collared shirt? Business casual jeans or not jeans? Casual pants, but a button up top. So like you're telling me the Lululemon, like navy Lululemons and a polo, or navy Lululemons and a tucked in. Because here's the thing, I'm not wearing a tucked in button up unless I'm wearing a jacket over top. Because the tucked in shirt and no jacket only works if you have like a Superman V-taper. So as soon as I put a jacket on, though, I'm like, am I really going to wear a suit jacket and then I'm going to rock Lululemons? Because then at that point, I'm like, I might as well wear my slacks. But if I'm wearing my slacks, then at that point, I'm like, I got to wear like dress shoes. At that point, I'm wearing a suit. Is that still business casual? It's not a tuxedo. Like there's no cummerbund or anything. Here's what I was thinking. Suit, no tie. Jacket, button up, dress pants, belt. Not dress shoes, but like slightly more casual, but still semi-dressy. Too much? Too much? Polo, really? But that's not business casual. That's like what I wear. So that's an insult to me. What do you think, Kate? I saw you in here. You know my wardrobe. What do you think I should wear? I was really planning on going with suits, no tie, to deformalize it a little bit. And then maybe like brown lace up dress shoes, not black. You can show off in your suit. You look sexy in it. Thank you. Tee-hee. It's crazy. You might not realize this, but I think other parents will relate if their kids are like at the same age that my kid is at. Having a toddler and then going to like social events almost fills you with the same kind of like nervousness you got when you were like a teenager and you were asking someone out on a date. Like I'm like rehearsing in my head because it's a school thing that I'm going to and it's for parents only. I'm like rehearsing asking my daughter's friends' parents if they want to have a play date. I'm like, hey, our daughter's been talking a lot about your daughter. You think it would be cool if like I got your guys' phone number or something and we could like organize a play date or something? No problem if not. I know people are like really busy these days, especially like, I don't know, your family situation if you got like help at home or whatever. That's word for word how my mom did it except for the weird last part. Hey, my daughter is like, she says your daughter is her best friend, but like, I don't know what the fuck goes on in kindergarten. I'm not there all day. So like, do you think it would be cool if they hang out? Or maybe your daughter like hates my daughter? I don't know. Maybe your daughter comes home and is like, get this weird girl away from me. I have no idea. What is it cool? What do you think? Should they be like best friends for like the next 15 years of their life or whatever? Sure, we love the streams. I wouldn't say I'm pissed off, by the way, but I dropped that essay about like we should play Dominion in the chat. It got memed. Chibli, are you here? It got memed on 3 times and then totally ignored, and then they just started talking about like some other shit that's like important to them, but not as important to me as when I recommended Dominion. Also, Corey's replying with like an essay to every message. Isn't he live right now? Like, what's he doing, man? Suit, no tie. What do you think, Kate? At that point, should I just go black shoes or should I wear the brown ones? They both hurt my feet anyway, so I might as well go all in, right? And no tie. Tie, no suit. That's cursed. Brown shoes? All right. I'm trusting you on that one. Plus, that way, if I step in something, it's like, hey, they're brown. No jacket? Sorry, you gotta wear a jacket. Unless you're a professional athlete, you have to wear a jacket with a tucked-in shirt. I'm not the menswear guy. I have to wear a jacket with a tucked-in button-up. I'm not fat anymore, but when I tuck in the button-ups, I look fat. Like I look like a little Pillsbury Doughboy. I don't know if it's just like the kinematics of like the way like my waist tapers out and then tapers in or something. But that's where you got to get the jacket, man. Aren't you snatched? Yeah, but my clothes aren't. Daniel, thank you for the raid. Thank you. I got a text from Dan today at 6:40 a.m. And I'd been up for an hour and a half at that point, so I was happy to receive it. It said, some people in my chat are saying you aren't here for the pump-up speech. Just wanted to know. Now, I don't have push notifications on my phone, so I didn't see it until I got off the bike. But I think I said me and your stream is like Ubisoft single-player games. M-dash, always online. Did you beat the birds? I'm not even BMing. They looked hard. Because it looks like if you get hit once by either the birds or the mobs, you die. And then the horse, he's not the best at dodging, folks. What's the horse's name? Torrent? Torrent! We love Torrent, folks, we do. He's not the best at dodging. He's not the best at dodging. You'd think he'd be good at jumping because he's a horse, but if you get hit when you jump, it does a 200x damage penalty to you. He's not the best at dodging. Boo! We love him! We love him! When you're traversing the large world of Elden Ring, the lands betwixt. I'm telling you, I feel like this is gonna be the most underrated game of 2024. The most underrated indie game of 2024. I don't hear anybody else talking about Shogun Showdown. It's sick, dude. I'm not saying it's the best game ever made. I'm just saying it's really good. You played games? You've only played 4 new games this year? Yeah. So? What about Balatro? Balatro is glazed, which is a good thing because it's an amazing game. People know Balatro's gas. Ideal utility spell stays at 1. BPAP, man, I'm happy you're back. You know what? Enjoy VIP. We don't give that out too often. I may remove it at the end of the segment. We'll see. Now we're cooking, man. Now we're cooking. So if I move with the tile, everything does double damage. Or it does +1 damage. Oh, BPAP has something to tell you? Okay, okay. What did you have to say, BPAP? Let me see. Let me have it. Silence, chatters. A VIP is speaking. He's got a very laconic demeanor to him. They said, can't believe he forgot. Forgot what? Forgot what? Moonlit Port. First time chatter, can I get VIP? Yes, you can. May you? I don't know. Is that how that works? What was your reaction when you saw the pure horrifying precision of the endless fields where humans are grown and the machines liquefy the dead so they can be fed intravenously to the living? Well, I feel like if I lived in the world of the Matrix, I would be like, no, it's not real. It can't be. It can't be. And then they would be like, he's going into cardiac arrest. We got to get him out of here. No, just get me out of here. Get me out of here. And then he comes back out of the chair. They like, get this thing off me. Get this thing off me. And then he goes, and he throws up. You know, they do say he's going to pop. But like when I saw it in the movie, I was like, damn, this shit owns, man. This shit fucking owns, dude. You said it like the British TikTok guy. Oh, you mean Lewis Saunderson? When will this nightmare end? One of my comp sci professors today used the Ringo Starr lyric, if you want to sing the blues, you gotta pay your dues today, to teach logic statements. How did he use it to... I don't get it. If you want to sing the blues, you gotta pay your dues. It's funny, I think there's a lot of like hippie computer science teachers or programming teachers. Like if they got into computers in like the 1970s, there's like a high chance that they're hippies. If they got into the computers in the 2000s, you're cooked. They're gonna be trying to recruit you to be like a junior dev on DoorDash 3. But like if they got into it in the 1970s, there's like a punk rock case there. I definitely had a couple of old hippies that taught me programming. And there were some times I would get mad because they would be like, this isn't what industry is like. And I would be like, how would you know? You've been teaching here since 1991. But anyway, it's a little disrespectful, but why does No Frills have collectible Marvel cards? Yeah, I know. I felt like I broke my mom's heart because she was like, hey, does my granddaughter like Marvel superheroes? And I had to reply like, nah, not yet. And she's like, oh, I've been picking up lots of Marvel cards at Loblaws. And I was like, oh, then she'll definitely take them. I'm sure she'll like them one day. But she probably will. Let me see. Hello. Oh my gosh. Can I take a peek?
What do you think it is?
I think it's a sandwich from the bakery.
Oh my gosh, you got it right. What kind of sandwich?
Turkey.
No,
Reuben.
no.
There's a pickle in there, I'll tell you that much. Club sandwich.
No.
Chicken.
Yes.
Pesto.
No.
I give up.
Apricot.
Ooh.
Chicken. Salad.
Yo, let's go.
Was that good?
That's fantastic. Thank you. Someone in chat knew where it was from. That's frightening.
I mean, it's everywhere. It's everywhere in Vancouver.
That is true.
You're funny.
How everybody knows about Brecca. I guess that makes sense because every time I go inside, there's a 35-person lineup. But I'm a bunny. Look at that. Hop, hop. Gleep. I'm there. She's gleeping me, or glorping me, whatever it's called. I'm glorping. Chills. And then she glorped on everyone. -2 cooldown. It would be nice to curse the boss more often. Please move cam bottom right. It's coming from B Patman, so I trust it. You're right, there's some stats up there, including the length of the run. Okay, the Shogun. The Shogun is in the building. I don't think I'm gonna get hit. I think it's gonna be one tile in front of me. Now next turn we gotta move, but that's a problem for another guy. You're gonna dash forward. That's gonna be tough. How will you... What good is a phone call, Mr. Shogun, when you have no mouth? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let him hit me for one, so I have a shield to protect me for the two. Wow! He's going down, man. Oh, that's right. When you're unable to speak. Tell me, Mr. Anderson. He's so smug. What good is a phone call when you are unable to speak? He goes back against the wall. They lift up his shirt, and then they put the little slither thing. It slithers in. They put him down on the table. It slithers into his belly button. That thing is real. You know what I'm... Oh, what a movie, man. What a movie. You're going to dash forward in the mirror positions. All right, here's the thing. I'd rather be like facing you at the end of this. He's a stud, man. He's a stud. That was pretty good. Victory on day 1. It goes all the way up to day 7, just like the real calendar, man. Day 2 unlocked. We did not defeat the Shogun receiving 7 hits or fewer, and we didn't defeat him in under 30 minutes. Maybe that negative Steam review was cooking. Oh, man. I was like, that's hard. That's like less than half the time that I've spent here. Wait, is Papa's hot doggeria real? It does sound like something it's like a foodborne illness. Wait, it's not real? 1 second. I'm looking at all the Papa games. There's Papa's Freezeria. That's it! It says check out other games in this franchise. And it's the only game in the franchise! On Steam, at least. The rest are browser games? Bro, port it to Steam. Papa's Freezeria has 8,622 reviews. Recent events. Help make Radlin into a plushie? No, man, no! You need a new CEO, dude! 99% positive reviews, too. You grinded this out in the computer lab when you were a kid. I'll be honest with you, this probably came out when I was in like my 3rd year of university, which is crazy. But that doesn't mean it doesn't hit hard. I just personally prefer a Steam version than a browser version, but... Deadlock servers. Server status. Server times, North America, Monday to Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Fuck you. You know what pisses me off the most? I know they're open right now, but I haven't done the tutorial yet. You know what pisses me off the most? The fact that it starts at 5 p.m., I could almost look at that and be like, oh, that's base. They don't want people to like ruin their work from home jobs or something like that. But it runs till 6 a.m. No disrespect, but North America is the most important gaming market in the world, probably, as long as you ignore Asia and Europe. But why do we get 5 p.m. to 6 a.m., bro? Can't we get like a 10 to 10 or something like that? We should get 10 to 10, man. 5 p.m. to 6 a.m.? That's like half of that time. I go to bed at 9 p.m. So I get, the servers are up for 4 hours of my waking day. You never join us? When my parents moved to Vancouver and live with us, and we have built-in babysitters, I'll be at the International too for Deadlock. Guaranteed. Is there a character you don't have to aim with? No? Abrams. Kelvin. Kelvin farmed a 13-minute agility up on Abrams. You have to aim with melee, though. It's crazy that in those games, it's actually harder to aim with melee than it is with a gun. You make any YouTube exclusive content? I try, but like I'll just tell you, like the last 2 weeks have been decroded because my daughter started. First, it was a long weekend. Then she started kindergarten. But kindergarten, the first week was like Monday was Labor Day. Tuesday was no time. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, she went for 2 hours every day. This week, she goes for 2 hours every day. So, like, basically, as soon as I finish the stream, I'm usually on dad duty for a long time and don't have time to record Slay the Spire. Starting on Monday, she's in school normal times, which means that I am going to have more time to record YouTube videos in theory. I know there's some cope there. But more time to record YouTube videos in theory than I have had since September of 2020. Which is still not a lot of time, but it's a lot relative to right now. I'm like, every time I feel buried, I'm just like taking a gulp of next week's oxygen. Teach me how to be good at the game? Well, honestly, without tooting my own horn, I think if I was playing as the defect, I might have a chance. But like, playing as the watcher, I don't know. The conventional wisdom is stance, but I prefer to just build into divinity. Yo, Slay the Spire hits like crazy in stereo, dude. This song goes insane. Ghibli, I hate to say it, but they were right. Stereo's better, man. I feel like Mr. Beast just paid for me to go to an audiologist. And all I had to do was eat a Feastables These Nuts chocolate bar on camera. Stereo is a weighted blanket. Mono is a nap with the fan on. Damn. Stereo is a weighted blanket. Mono's a nap with the fan on. Just put the fries in the bag, bro. It hits every time. Get out of my face. I'm in your face. Play Wukong? Not gonna happen. Not gonna do it. I'm not even playing the real Elden Ring. You want me to play fake Elden Ring? 9 damage takes you to that. Takes you to 20. This takes you to 10, 22. We get there. Elden Ring for adults? Yeah, adults who like hearing a fucking chimpanzee go whoo whoo every time he presses a button. Give me a wallop for sure. I'm sure it's good. I'm basically just shitposting. I don't think it's bad. There's a 0% chance I'm ever going to play it because it's not Slay the Spire. It's that simple. What's your opinion on Planet of the Apes? For it. I would say overall for it. Not like the real planet if it exists. Well, I don't know, maybe. I've never been there. But the movies, I like the movies for the most part. Even the old ones that are bad are funny at least, and then the new ones are actually like good. It's Earth? Yeah, well, spoilers. Except for in the Tim Burton one, nobody really knows what happened at the ending of the Tim Burton one. He went back in time when the bad monkey goes back in time, but somehow he becomes Abraham Lincoln. And Mark Wahlberg's like mad or something, but like at the same time, doesn't that mean that motherfucker stopped the Civil War? You're telling me that the bad monkey from Planet of the Apes 2001 wrote the Gettysburg Address and drafted up the Emancipation Proclamation and shit like that? It seems like we should be rooting for that guy, dude. That explains why Mark Wahlberg was mad. Ah, pretty good. Pretty good. Let's take a bowling bash. It could come in handy. I have like no concept of what I'm building into on this deck right now, which is not atypical for me as the watcher. I was really hoping we could just mantra and chill, but... Hey, Anel, you ever think you're going to be on the cover of AARP magazine? I mean, I wouldn't mind, I suppose, in the whole scheme of things. That probably pays like a pretty penny. Old people, they're like the most coveted advertising demographic, man. You know what class I must have missed in my life? The class that lets like old guys have great idioms. I feel like I'm doing okay on the idiom department. But like old people always say something like you're 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag. It's such like a gangster line. I don't know how you learn that. Like I never got the lessons, man. You learn it in the army. Oh. That's my problem. I'm a Navy man. In the army, of course. That was a great elite fight. Now you're gonna take a turn off, which is good. We might just chill too. I do kind of want to draw, even though it plays a card, just to get us to the expunger faster. Kill this turn. Yeah, I don't think that's going to come to pass. Like 45. I do have 12 strength up. Maybe I do. 45, 185. That's 100. I don't... Wait. I gotta... I don't think I have the damn... I think I miss it by like 20. I have 45 plus 140. 178. Wait, I got it. I got it. I think I got it. I think I got it. I have enough cards too. And we got it with Ritual Dagger. Turns out that the Watcher is actually like insanely easy. Whatever. Turns out the secret is, I don't know, take a Conjure Blade early and then play Conjure Blade for 9 and then win the run. All right. Call that slash marker Watcher. Slay the Spire. Yeah, it turns out you could do like 400 damage in 2 turns. I mean, I did have 2 Cultist Potions, but still. Good stream today, good stream today. I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. We got to get Gaben to put Deadlock on at like 6 a.m. Pacific time. The suit is too much, man. Wait a second. Here we go. The suit is too much. Collared shirt, nice pants, and a casual blazer. Nah, I don't think it's going to happen. The suit is a collared shirt, nice pants, and a blazer, man. You're describing a suit. I'm not an overdressed at the function sort of guy. I'm just trying to figure out what the appropriate level is. I'm going to wear a suit, and if anybody asks, I'll tell them that I came straight from work. Dress pants and a polo? Nah, they're going to think I'm a realtor. No disrespect. Maybe the only worse job than a streamer. Bro's really watching the credits. Polo's too casual, I think. That's my take, man. I would definitely be more comfortable being slightly overdressed than underdressed. Because overdressed, you can always just lie. I mean, let me put it this way. One standard deviation underdressed looks bad. One standard deviation overdressed fits in. When you get 2 standard deviations overdressed, that's where you're like, oh, this guy's weird. Like when you show up to like your first day of university in a suit and you're not in business school. And everybody else is wearing like a Nirvana t-shirt. That's where you're off. But like if you're the only motherfucker who shows up in a polo shirt and everybody else is wearing suits, they're looking at you to be like, you know, hey, there's a guy throwing up in the corner. Can you go handle it? I just don't like. I feel like business casual is just too much. There's too much individual interpretation that comes up. Like I know what business is, I know what casual is, but what the hell is business casual? It's too vague. Yeah, I'm feeling suit no tie. Maybe I'll even go suit no tie, and I'll unbutton the top button. But I'm not going to flare the collar. Top 2 buttons? No. This is in Miami. I live in Canada. Untucked? No shot. This is not prom. I'm not wearing button-up shirt untucked. Like, honestly, that's the most insulting suggestion that's been given here. Untucked dress shirt? Who do you think I am? The guy in the K-pop group that raps? You got a tuck. That's a tuck. It's not a half tuck. That's like a lampshade on the head. You're not half tucking. This is like a school thing, man. What color is the suit? It's not black. It's navy. I think that puts it less towards business formal and more towards business casual. Maybe it is black now that I think about it. I'm pretty sure the navy one is the one I bought when I got a dumbass got a tailored suit when he was 45 pounds heavier than he is right now. Now when I wear it, it looked like a fucking clown. How much you weigh now? 165? Although, maybe it's good business casual to wear an oversized suit because they'll be like, if people are like, whoa, what's with the suit? I'll be like, sorry, I just came from the 2003 NBA draft. Which side do you dress? What does that mean? What side? What side? My closet's on the right. You sleep next to the door or the window? The window? Unless we're in a hotel, in which case I sleep on the side that doesn't have the outlets. This is like a Jerry Seinfeld bit waiting to happen if he wasn't still doing shit about like driving on a parkway and parking on a driveway. Every single hotel on earth needs to have outlets on both end tables. There's nothing worse than being in a hotel that was built in like 1921 and there's one outlet like next to the TV. And you're like, fucking really, dude? Couldn't just like get an electrician in here? Like we need a phone charger next to the bed. That's what you do. And then when you only get one charger, you gotta be the good husband, right? You gotta be like, okay, fine. You can sleep there. I'll deal with my phone being either like sleeping with no phone or alternatively, waking up with your phone on like 41% battery life or something like that. I could do without the 20-year-old kettle. Yeah, or like the proprietary coffee machine that works like slightly differently than every other coffee machine in every other hotel in history. They make you look like, you're like, it's a Keurig, how hard could it be? And then you fucking fill the reservoir with water and you put the pod in the thing and then you push down on it. You press the one button and then it just makes a bunch of noise, but the coffee doesn't come out. So then you put like more water in it and you press the button one more time and it shoots, it starts smoking and smelling like the electronics are melting. And then it like diarrhea shoots like 1.5 liters of coffee into the mug that's like 35 milliliters tall. It just smells like pure burnt coffee beans. Shit's so sad, man. All right, I'm gonna send you over to my wife's stream. Enjoy your evening, and I will see you. I'll see you tomorrow. Assuming I don't get killed for wearing a suit. Imagine that's my last words.
Just librarian, get in here a little bit closer. Just for me, just one video. One video. Can you play the Spelunky song? Just as like a little bit of throwback.